My chicken's free range all over, and I've got coyotes and foxes and hawks and owls and everything. I got about 30 chickens. They run around everywhere they want to go. We had them for 28 years, and they raise their own babies. And I don't have any problem with predators at all because I have a spoiled, rotten dog over there, and he marks his territory, and the animals are smart enough to know not to cross his territory. At least the predatory animals. And if they do, he chases them off. They don't come back. They literally are very intelligent. They're not stupid. And this is a red-nosed pit bull type of dog. I got him from a shelter. But I've had him for ever since he was young. He's now about 5 years old or 4, somewhere around there. You see any mice? What you got in the cactus? Be careful, there's thorns in there. Good boy. See, he knows everything I say. Don't you, Bill? What you got? Mouse? Anyway, he's always watching everything and protecting everything. And you can see that these prickly pears are very good things to grow. See all the fruit on them. I've got these all over the place, and this is a variety of prickly pear that doesn't have that many thorns. The winters are pretty hard on them, but they survive. They come back pretty good. They flop over in the winter. Here's some more of my chickens, and they're going into the goat's yard. I have to keep the goats, they're pets. I have to keep them in a separate yard because they destroy everything. You can see there's no leaves as high as they can reach, and they pretty much keep it mowed. This is close to where they live. They keep that mowed. If I let them out, they'll destroy all my gardens, my fruit trees and everything. Right now the oak trees are dropping acorns, and they're harvesting these acorns under the tree. They like to play with that jolly ball. The horses don't, so the goats do. I have 2 of them. And what I do to protect them is nothing. Coyotes don't bother goats. Coyotes come through here, and there's a male, and he's called Bullet because he's got a bullet wound on his butt. And he eats mice and stuff, but he doesn't bother anything because Billy there has a little pact with him, I guess. Billy thinks he owns those chickens. He's the one who gets the eggs. I don't eat eggs. I do eat honey, and I do eat bee pollen, as you can see. I love honey. I love bee pollen. And I really can't grow my crops without my honeybees. So I need them to pollinate. Because they pollinate so well, I've got wildflowers everywhere. And that attracts butterflies and bumblebees and everything else. These bees. See the electric fence I have to have around them. Keeps them safe. It's a cold day, very cold, but they're still flying. I don't know what they're getting. It smells good. Any pollen coming in there? Not much. It's probably not even nectar. They've been cooped up for about 2 days because it's been dark and rainy. So most likely they're just going out to bring water to the hive and get a breather. Here's what I'm worried about right over here. Now the electric fence is not on in the daytime. I turn it off because it's a solar powered fence. I let it charge in the daytime. But I leave the garden electric fence on all the time. Have to. Yeah, it's off. Got a problem here. I have to pull the weeds away from the front of this because they need to be able to fly freely. I moved the bees over. I'm starting to move them over. Each day or two, I move them over just a few inches that way. I'm going to have them all in the middle right here next to each other so that they can share heat. I'm not very good at overwintering 5-frame nukes. These were not meant to be overwintered. They were meant to be made into new hives and to requeen the big hives over there whenever they didn't make a queen. Because if you don't requeen them fast enough and they get weak, the other hives will steal their honey. And they have too much room with all those boxes to defend without a good queen. So I quickly put a nuke in them. Saves them. There's my pet goats. They're relaxed. They're girls. They're very tame. Hello, babies. And they have their own little, about 3 acres of forest. I've had them since they were babies. Hello, baby. What you doing, hon? Good girl. Yeah. You want to be petted too? Come on. Good girl. Had a little nap. They're a little chunky. They eat really good. Got some buffalo gnats on you today from this cloudy weather, don't you? Are you trying to itch your own little head? Huh? Good girls. Anyway, they're my pets. I usually take them for walks. I let them walk out with me when I'm watching them. Because if I don't watch them, they'll run straight to a fruit tree and strip the bark off of it. Bye, girls. Okay, that's enough of this.